So Adam22 is the guy behind No Jumper Pod. They have like podcasts, YouTube channels, Twitter. Chances are, if you've been on the internet at any point in time, you have interacted with in some way a like No Jumper production. But Adam22, the face and the guy behind the No Jumper brand, has recently come under fire. So what happened is one of his other podcasts on the No Jumper brand had an episode that was being streamed live, and then the guest, who is one of these kind of like hunters, these guys that basically do like the internet version of To Catch a Predator. But yeah, there's a bunch of these guys. They were being on one of the episodes, and because Adam22 has these allegations about him, the guy decided to go live on, I believe, his Instagram and ask Adam22's co-host about the allegations surrounding Adam's name.
We talking about the whole lust situation and everything, but I'll be a hypocrite if I don't address the situation that happened with you.
There is no situation with me.
The one where you was messing with the 16-year-old girl?
Never happened. What do you think happened? The article says
I'm going
I
on.
was 19 when I met her.
She was 19 when you met her?
Yeah. The article says it.
So, but what did you say?
I said that I spoke to her on the phone when she was 16 before I realized that she was.
All right, well,
That's how we catch a lot.
That's how we catch him.
Canadian. She didn't even know that she was doing something fucked up.
It don't even matter, but that's how we catch him.
You felt like you were gonna come on my platform and expose me though. Like, why?
No, it was just in the midst of the conversation.
So a little bit of backstory on this exact episode. First off, Adam22 was not even on this episode. It's the craziest thing I've seen. I saw the clip. Now I can't find it. I can't find this episode anywhere online. It's got to be somewhere. Hopefully I can find it before this video goes up and I can get the clip in there. But they are talking just regularly about the conversation. And the guy who is on live right now recording himself asks the co-host, because Adam wasn't even on this episode, he asked him about the allegations surrounding Adam, and the live feed just cuts. It goes black. Adam22 comes into the studio. They start going back and forth. That's where this video is from. They go back and forth, and if you heard what they were talking about, it did not sound like a good look for Adam22. Apparently, Adam, when he was 23 years old, so like almost my age, had a relationship with a 16-year-old, which is just insane. He not only had the relationship with this girl, but blogged about it way back when. So now he's trying to deny it. It didn't happen. He's trying to change the timeline. But at the time, he had a blog where he wrote about this. The Desiree story part 1. This is a story about love. Well, no, but it's a story about girls. One girl in particular, a girl who is a bit of an internet legend in her own right, even though right now she is still just 19 years old. That girl is Desiree. This story begins quite a long time ago when I was just 23 years old. At this time, I was posting heavily on the B9 board, and Desiree posted there too. So starting off this story, he's talking about she is 19 now, and this story happened a long time ago and he was 23. I think he's like 30 when he's writing this. So old, so weird. Why are guys like this? This is literally like the poster story for what your parents used to tell you when you'd like be online. I'd be like, well, you could be talking to a creeper. Who knew this entire time I could have been talking to Adam22? I recall reading stories involved toward acts like doing, can't say that on YouTube, on a tour bus at Warped Tour. I used to go to Warped Tour with a singer of a band. Also obvious nude scandal, although true nudes of Desi have never surfaced, many near nudes, which caused quite a stir. It's insane that he's talking about like preying on a literal like high school sophomore, but he won't type out the word nude. What a freak, dude. This is like straight out of like a Lifetime movie or something, man. It's so cliche that this is how it happens. This is like the after school special of freaking the creepy older dude and the young girl who met on a message board. They hit up at the Vans Warped Tour. It's just so insane. And he literally goes on in the story and talks about how the age gap, like he's addressing it head on back then when he wrote this blog, which is of course taken down, but the internet lives forever yet again. Now, any of the math inclined out there are probably reading this and thinking something like, she's 19 now, you were 23 then. How was she then? Well, she was 16. But come on, man, look at her. She's 18 or 19 in most of the pics here, but she didn't look much different all then. Fucking hell, man. If statutory is wrong, I didn't want to be right. Like these are in his own words. He is the one writing this. And yeah, he's just admitting to, he's saying if statutory was wrong, I don't want to be right. He's admitting what he did. And now that this person that is recording him, he's doing it, he's like, no, this was a long time ago. Now he can't remember how old she was. All kinds of crazy stuff. But like, yeah, this is like pretty cut and dry. I don't know. What am I supposed to say now? He clearly did it. There he is, officer. Lock him up. He's got a YouTube channel with like 5 million subs. Show up to the podcast studio and slap the cuffs on him.
But you came on my platform and spread lies like that?
Lies?
Lies.
Is it lies?
I mean, you could have done some research and figured out any.
Did you talk to her when you were 16?
For like 5 minutes when I was 21. I'm 39.
You wasn't 23?
I might have been 21, right?
How you don't know? How you don't know if you was 21?
It was 20 years ago.
So yeah, he's like, I was 21, she was 16, which is still the best case scenario for this story that he's put out there. Still awful, by the way. A 21-year-old and a 16-year-old, no matter what Destiny says, is terrible. Like, that's still an terrible thing. That's definitely. I don't really know how else to classify it. Again, this is the most cut and dry video I've ever made. This guy's just a predator. Someone please lock him up.
Damn, come on, man. You think I didn't do my research, bro? You think I don't got the article?
You apparently
bro,
I got
the article and all that, bro. Like, come on, man.
So yeah, again, he's talking about they should have done their research, do your research, fake narratives and all this stuff. My guy, you literally wrote about this yourself. You, on your own blog, you wrote about how you were like going to Vans Warped Tour to follow this 16-year-old when you were 23. 23 is like graduated from college, starting a job. 16 is literally like a sophomore in high school. 16, 17, sophomore, junior in high school with someone who should be like graduated, starting a job, like starting a family. That's so creepy, man. That is so odd. He's just such a weirdo. And then he went on with Joe Budden, of all people, like are just the worst people involved with this. I'm going to be honest. Not this level with Joe Budden, I should say. He's just kind of, annoying to me. But he went on, had a conversation with Joe Budden that, of course, didn't go well because, let's be honest, this guy, like I said, it's pretty cut and dry, it seems like. The man wrote about when he was 23 years old, going to meet up with a 16-year-old, who then he said, oh, later, I actually didn't do anything with her when she was 16. I waited until she was 19, and that's when we actually met up, which isn't really that much better.
You got away from that because that can be very dangerous.
Well, that is true.
Let me talk.
Okay.
Especially dealing with a girl that young, number one, but they don't know shit about shit. They don't even know when they're putting somebody in danger, according to you. You said the girl was from wherever she was from, so she didn't know what she was doing, but you knew what you were doing. You said, right. I knew what I was doing, so I got away from her. Well, right. You didn't get away from her if by the grace of God, she ends up back in your life while she's now of age. You're spending the night at her fucking mom's house. What type of white boy pervert shit what are you talking?
So yeah, basically Adam22 in this interview says they didn't actually do anything while she was 16. He just met up with her because he knew her from the message boards, which in and of itself, a super creeper, like stranger danger thing to do. But this is his story with him attempting to save himself and sound better here. He says, no. What it really happened was we met up when she was 16 and I was 23. We went down, we met at the Vans Warped Tour, obviously. And then 3 years later, when he would have been 26 and she was 19, after again, they already had these prior interactions when she was 16, that's when they actually met up and like started dating or whatever, which again, waiting for someone to come of age and like preying on them and having a prior relationship when they're a literal teenager and then waiting for them to come of age, still an insanely creepy and weird thing to do. I guess while technically not illegal, very, very strange, very, very weird, very, very creepy ass stranger danger stuff to do. Yeah, like I said, that is the best case scenario of what happened. He just sat there waiting every day, hoping and praying she would come back to him when she was of legal age, which is just weird. That's just creepy. I don't know how to say it, and that's the best case scenario because that's how he's spinning it to make himself look better in this situation because the heat is coming down on him. Adam22 has always been kind of a weird guy. I've never really liked what he does. I'm not really a fan of the no jumper kind of brand of like shock jock podcasters who have weird, outrageous people on and being like, wow, that's crazy. You're white and say the N-word. Tell us more. Yeah, not really my cup of tea per se, but this is a whole different level than that. That is just like weird clout chasing internet stuff. This is borderline illegal. It should be illegal. Like if I was running things, it would be illegal. It feels predatory. I don't know how else to explain it. You just sound like a predator, dog. I don't know. Where's Chris Hansen when you need him? Because internet Chris Hansen did find him. The perv busters are on the case. Who you gonna call? Perv busters.
The pervert shit about dating somebody once they are legal and of age.
You know what it sounds like, and I'm not saying this is what it is.
Joe, I didn't say a word to her for 3.5 years. That it's like we just sort of ended up.
You waited for the girl. You waited for the girl, Adam.
Huh?
You waited for the girl.
I didn't wait for anything. We just ended up reconnecting later on.
How did you reconnect later on? Or the Facebook algorithm put the girl in your bed? You
Well,
didn't
put
know.
her-
You didn't, wait,
I
you didn't
am.
know. You didn't know at that point that you probably shouldn't fuck the girl that you were talking to while she was 16 years old.
So because I met her when she was underage, I shouldn't have fucked her when I was over it.
Yes. That's what I'm saying to you.
It's crazy that he's in my head. This am I the only person this is registering for? Like I'm saying, he's like, oh wait, because I knew her when she was 16 and I'm 23, that I shouldn't be able to date her later. Yes, that is 100% what that means. You're a groomer, you're a predator, you're a freak. Please, someone come and lock this man up. I just want him up out of here. This is so weird, and also not uncommon. Adam22, not the first, last, or most recent even probably guy to be doing this. It's very weird. It happens all the time by famous people and not so famous people. Please, everyone, be better. It's gross. Even 19 and 26 or whatever, even that's kind of weird. I'm gonna be honest. I have not spoken to a single person under the age of like 22 besides my younger sister in years. Like that's it. And she's 19. No one under the age of 21 has any serious thoughts in their head. They're useless at this point. Barely even human in the most respectful way possible. But yeah, I don't get it, man. I don't get the whole thing. Meeting with 16-year-olds is weird. It's gross. It's illegal. That actually is illegal. 23 and 16. That has to be illegal. I don't care. The first person that brings up the age of consent is the loser in every conversation. Don't care what it is. 16 and 23 is weird. You're not going to convince me otherwise. 26, I guess, and 19, also weird. You knowing that person from 16 to 19 makes it even more weird. This is just compounding levels of creepy groomer weirdness. Yeah, just get him out of here, man. Seriously, get Adam22 up out of here. It's over for him. I don't even want to know. I don't even care. It's gross. It is really gross. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'm rambling now, which means it's time to stop. Thanks for watching. Make sure you have an amazing rest of your day. Okay, bye.